2018 new launch condos, are they making money today? I recall back in 2018 when I was marketing Affinity at Serangoon. Some buyers told me it's very expensive. They are even more expensive than resale condos in the vicinity. They are not wrong. Affinity was selling at an average selling price of 1,500 per square feet for the 99 years leasehold condos in District 19. It's not even near MRT station. Back then, an older freehold resale condo in the area was going for 1,000 per square feet. I can still recall, this is what the buyer told me. How can a new condo be selling 50% more than a resale freehold condo? I'm very sure they will lose money down the road. This is the comment made by this buyer as he left the show flat. Obviously, I did not close any deal. Fast forward to 2023, Affinity is going to TOP this year with many other condos that are launched back in 2018. This brings me back to my first question. How well are they doing today? Are they all making money? Which condo will outperform? Will it be Park Esta in the east to Twin View in the west? What about the only EC River Cove residence in Sengkang? Or the cluster house in Belgravia Green? What about luxury condos like New Futura in River Valley? By the way, I suppose you always hear this. You must buy a new launch condo. They will make more money than resale properties. Is that true? Stay tuned to the end of this video. You will be in for the surprise. Let's go. Hi, my name is Alan from Alan Way Property. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will study 14 condos that are launched in 2018. I will omit those condos that do not have sufficient resale transactions. Since there are a handful of condos to study, I will not go into each condo in detail, but I will leave the links in the description below. I will compare their average profitable transactions to date and also their return by comparing the PSF when they are first bought and sold in the resale market. Take note that the average PSF may not be reflective of the current prices, as this is only a reference point for me to compare all the data consistently. Let me sort out the data into the condos that has the lowest return. Arena Residence, which is located in Geylang, is a freehold project with 98 units. Not surprisingly, this project only achieved an average return of 9% or 100,000 in profit. The reason? This is a small project in Geylang. So what if it is freehold? You get the idea. Let us move on. Kenridge Hill Residence achieved an average return of 9% or 140,000 in profit. The high entry price at 1,700 PSF could be a reason. However, it's still early to tell, as there are only 5 profitable transactions to date. The Garden Residence was a little disappointing at 11% or 130,000 in profit. This could be because of the high entry price at 1,600 PSF. When you enter high, you may not make a lot of money. The Tapestry entry price was attractive at 1,380 PSF back in 2018. But because there is a lot of supply in the Tampines area, the prices could not hold very well. Next, we have Affinity at Serangoon, which is the old Serangoon view that went en bloc. Affinity prices were initially lower as it was one of the first few condos that were launched in the last en bloc cycle. So far, there are 34 transactions, and on average, each make 120,000 or a 13% return. I suppose prices will continue to inch upwards with the opening of the upcoming Serangoon North MRT station. Likewise, Riverfront Residence entry price was 1,300 PSF in this ulu part of Upper Serangoon. Today prices are 1,500 PSF. There are 133 resale transactions so far, and the average return is 120,000 or 15%. I believe this number will gradually go up when it TOP. The Jovel, which is located at far-flung Flora Drive near Changi Prison, achieved 110,000 profit or 15% return. The low transactions may be a cause of concern. This could be because there are a lot of supply in this area. So for those buying new launch to make money, this is something you may want to pay attention to. The Trevor, which is built by UOL, achieved 180,000 or 16% in return. Not too bad. That is why I always say UOL projects got some standard. By the way, UOL chairman Wee Chow Yong and group chief executive Lian Wee Sim are neither my godfather, although we share the same Wee. Alan Wee is just a poor chap doing YouTube video and bui bui chu. Twinview did decently well at 230,000 or 17%. This is pretty awesome with no MRT station nearby and with the scrap of the HSR to KL. What really happened? Twinview selling price at 1360 PSF seems cheap in today's standard. That is why it was almost fully sold on launch day. That is why when you buy low, you will confirm make money. Let us give the developer CEA Land Group, which is the subsidiary company of China Construction, a round of applause. Next, New Futura is the only freehold luxury condos that we are comparing. It made 1.39 million or a 17% return due to its huge quantum. The developer, CDL, builds good projects they are always sought after. What caught my attention is Sterling Residence and Park Esta. Both of them make a cool 20% or 270,000 and 230,000 respectively. Their initial launch price of 1,700 PSF is not cheap in the first place. Why are they doing so well? Well, I can only sum up that they are located in a mature town and next to an MRT station. In addition, they are big projects with more than 1,000 units. Hence, we can conclude that big projects should make up part of your portfolio. Belgravia Green is the only cluster home in this study. Surprisingly, they did well at 22% or 700,000 in profit. That is partially thanks to COVID-19, when most families need space. This is another reason why car COE will never drop, because there are so many people making money from property. And please, don't blame the foreigners and PR that push up prices. Anyway, most of them are Singaporeans. Lastly, the only EC, River Cove Residence, is the top performer at 28% return or 280,000 in profit. Take note that this EC has yet to MOP and today prices should be around 1,400 PSF. Those that bought River Cove, voila! If you have plans to sell, remember to find me. In summary, what can we learn here? Firstly, most condos that are purchased in 2018 make money. On average, they make 170,000 in profit or a 16% return for the mass market condominiums. Those that outperform are the big projects with a strong unique selling point. Those that fare poorly are those small projects with competition nearby. Whereas those that enter high become high. Those that bought low, like in Twinview, gain the most. Here, so much about the new launch condos. Back to resale condo performance. Very quickly, I'm going to touch on 4 resale condos. If you have bought Kensington Park, which is an old freehold condo near Serangoon Garden. Back in January 2018, a 3-bedroom was sold at 1,074 PSF. The most recent transaction for the similar size unit was transacted at 1,448 PSF in January 2022. This means prices have appreciated by a cool 35% or 620,000 in profit. In addition, you have en bloc waiting for you. If you go through, you stand to make easily $1 million more. Novelty Park, which is a smaller freehold condo, also did well with a 25% return. The Minton, which is a huge 99 years project at Hougang, also fared decently well at 29%. Only Sungate, which is an older 99 years condo next to Next Shopping Mall, fared poorer at 12%. In conclusion, a good resale condo can also make good money. So don't only say new launch make money. Give those resale condo a chance. Those that are savvy enough will quietly buy and wait for the magic to happen. By the way, I would like to thank all those that subscribe to my channel. Finally, I have 1,000 subscribers today. Without your support, I would have given up a long time ago. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.